as most on this council have already made up their minds on the row years ago. I say this because I'm kind of shocked at how many of you have perceived conflicts of interest on this item and should probably recuse yourselves from voting. But I'm going to focus on just one of you because your name is signed to this letter, and that's Mr. Mock, who works for Torrance Transit. He and his transit agency were part of a more than $100,000 taxpayer-funded mailing and PR campaign for the row that ended up in the spamming of the draft EIR comment section. This included a QR code that asks you to sign for keeping Metro off Hawthorne Boulevard and on the right of way. There was no other option to support on that QR code. In the 55,000 mailers that you sent out, only positives were listed for the row with 0 drawbacks. The education campaign you brought even falsely asserted the project could be done by the 2028 Olympics. On the other hand, the Hawthorne option only had negatives listed under it, and there's a copy of it in your packet. Funny enough, and I should say, that mailer listed concerns of noise and vibration on Hawthorne Boulevard. But I suppose for Torrance officials, that same concern of noise and vibration doesn't exist when it's being built 10 feet from homes, including one person sitting here, it'll be 10 feet from our home in Lawndale. And frankly, Mr. Mock, you should have known better because your own transit agency set out to do its own study on how many homes will be adversely affected along the row. And by your own numbers, again, in your packet, you found nearly 1,200 homes will be impacted on the row. 924 or 77% of those are in Lawndale and Redondo Beach. But who cares because that's not Torrance, right? The Metro Board Code of Conduct, which you have to all follow, says board members and their staff should not make, participate, or attempt to influence any decision if they have prejudged the matter. Well, respectfully, how many of the Torrance representatives, which make up 1/3 of this body, have not prejudged this matter? Shall we just call this board the Torrance Service Council? I don't expect you to change your minds here today. I don't think you should personally support a route you don't believe in, but I do think if you prejudge this as Mr. Mock has, he should recuse himself from his vote and especially take his name off the letter.
Thank you for being timely. We appreciate your comments.